Recap of the first workshop at Kalisha, we worked on movement and finger rolling. I'm going to start with movement. I would recommend starting only with without the dragon first, but we're going to make it short. First movement is to move into a line, and I'm going to always start with my back foot with a forward movement, and again back foot. So here I'm always keeping look there, and I can also come back. We can do the same with also using them backwards, and here we do a 360. Try to not spin the dragon stuff at the beginning, it's going to be way easier. And then when you start to get comfy with it, you can start to maybe do a chi roll. And if you're really good with it, try to do more complicated tech with. You can do the same if you have a limited space by keeping one anchor foot and just stepping there. Really useful on fire space or small stage. And same with some tech. In order to explore space, we also need to let tricks going away. So give it a try to this. Finger rolling. It's like if I'm playing piano, I have the thumb here for stability, and I use mainly rolling inwards. Here you can start to explore space around you, above, behind your head. You can move around, still rolling, and you can always connect it back to what you already know. Here we can start to explore this kind of shape in space, and you can also learn that to go into diagonals. Here, if you see from the side, I'm going above my head, coming back in position. We use the same movements we did before with the 360 or with the anchor foot. But that's way more interesting with two-person. And here we can do tunneling. So I'm gonna just follow what she's doing at the beginning. Here, we can mirror. The slower she goes, the better it is. Or I can just follow in canon, so just slightly after her. And here we can create quite some movement together. It's not complicated, but create nice duo or group picture together. Last point, and nonetheless, is just an idea to explore for yourself. It's a trinity. So it's the idea that when we do movement with an object, we can move the object alone, move ourselves while isolating the object, and moving together. Right now it looks a bit strange because I make it short, but that will be the practice. Object, body, together. And if you can work on that, you can actually start to have interesting type of movement, because we go from a different rhythm. So I repeat one more time. Object alone, body together. And just explore. So one important factor when we want to get better in dragon stuff or any kind of discipline is to structure a little bit your training. We don't talk about discipline like going to workout, but at least an idea. And that's an idea coming from a dragon book. Just wanted to share it with you. Start with like 10 minutes, free flow. Just play whatever you like and try to identify one movement where you like it, you know it, but you know it's not clean yet. Then you take that movement, and for 10 minutes, you're gonna just repeat the same movement. You can maybe do the same the other side, but stay exactly in one loop. And I know 10 minutes is hard, but stay in there. One other exercise you can use like this is to have 9 repetitions clean of one movement. Like 1, 2. If I fail in between, I start back from 0. After doing your drilling session with either a number of 9 or 10 minutes, now you're gonna try to integrate what you know, what you just drill into what you know already. So you need to find, okay, I really like that movement, but how do I enter that movement? And so you need to think of 2 things. First, how do I enter the movement? And also, where do I go next? And so, for example, the answer for this move would be, I enter here, and I can exit the other side. And there, you start to integrate what you know and what you drill, and everything starts to be whole. The thing, sometimes we don't think so good alone. That's why having someone else can be really useful. Let's say I have this trick that I just learned and I really like, but I can't find a way to get there. Then I'm gonna ask her. So that's my sentence. Okay, that's my words.
It's like
Okay. So here she found for me a way to get in there, starting from pendulum, going in this. And now I will need to repeat the same and find an exit. So, yes, and one movement more. Here we created a sentence with 3 and she can try to repeat, so let's see if she can do it. Almost. So the idea of yes and, it's a theater improv exercise. You always answer with positivity. So no matter what the others say, yes, and we add to what is already existing. And with this kind of exercise, you can be able actually to like get out of the blockages you have, and later you can do that by yourself. Another thing is like how to like improve a little bit on how we feel when we spin. You can see people who are thinking a lot about what they do, they look there, and what you project around is then you are not here. And so if our attention is here, let's put it back into the opposite, in our foot. So try to do the most basic trick you know, but have full intention and full attention into your foot. And what I mean by that is really like one step at a time and feeling everything happening. You can shift your weight, you can move around, but I want you to focus completely in your leg and not in your head. And the last thing, no matter when you train, try to finish on a good one. Like that's a tribute to Sebastian Berger. He teaches that no matter what your session, always finish on a good feeling. So if you are frustrated with your training, keep on till you find a good one. And when you're in a good one, stop there. Thank you, everyone.